Hi, I'm Chetan. I'm a partner with NEA, and I'm here with Ofer. Ofer, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so first, thank you for staying. I'm from Sentrix, the CEO of Sentrix. It used to be Foresight. We changed the name a while back. What we're doing is for the past 3.5 years, we're doing website security, protecting websites from attacks, whether they are in the denial of service or attacks on the web surface itself. And we're doing it in a way that is disrupting other technologies.
So can we start, 20,000 foot level and describe the current state of web-based attacks, DDoS attacks, and what is the current state that CISOs are dealing with?
Okay, so we see a surge in attacks in both denial of service. Today, the market price to buy 1,000 PCs and to attack anything that you want is less than $200. So in that such low price, it's very easy to launch massive attacks on websites on one hand, and the other hand is to attack the website in a way that will allow you to penetrate the backend of the organization and to do whatever you want in the backend in terms of malware activity.
So talk a little bit about how you guys are addressing that problem and what is your sort of special sauce to deal with this massive growing problem?
Yeah, so trying to look at it from 10,000 feet, I see the challenge as protecting a country. And then we are when Checkpoint is building the walls, and I'm originally from Checkpoint. Checkpoint is building the fence around the country. We protect the airports and all the ports that are actually, everybody knows that in order to penetrate the country, then you need to go to the airport and then you can get in. In that example, we are, the current technologies in the market are actually looking at the faces that are coming into the country and trying to match signatures, trying to find known signatures from the FBI top 10 list or top 1,000 list, and to stop those people. And they're trying to do it all over the place, all over the area. What we are trying to do is something different. We are looking at the website. We're trying to understand and analyze what is the thing that we need to defend. We run over the website. We crawl on the website, and we understand what are the actual business transactions in the website that has to be defended. And all the rest of the surface in the website is actually not a surface that will require backend access in our technology.
That's great. And you've already deployed it with some customers, right? So can you talk a little bit about the results that you're seeing with customers?
Yeah, what we see with customers is we are deployed with banks, with financials, with utilities, with almost any vertical that you can imagine that has a website and is concerned about website security. And what we saw is that the added value for if you take one of the largest banks in the US and you go to the .com website and you analyze it, you understand that over 80% of the website is actually not real business transactions that have to go to the backend. And we can take all this 80%, sometimes it's 90% of the website and just replicate it in like mirrors in the global cloud. And those mirrors in the cloud will not provide any risk to the bank because they are just mirrors. They are not the actual thing. It's like an attacker will try to attack a picture or a basic HTML page and not the actual website. And what we saw is that eventually what you need to focus your efforts on are the only 10%, 20%, 5%, or sometimes it's 1% of the transactions that really, part of the website that really have to get a backend access. And in that sense, we are allowing the customers to focus their efforts on this 1% or 2% or 10% and not on the 90% that we are replicating as a mirror in the cloud.
And so your technology really does all that filtering and then lets the customer really understand what's really going on in their front-facing part of their business.
Yeah, so the customer understand what's in the website through the dashboard that we provide, and usually what they see in the dashboard is all the parts that are actually served from the cloud, from our cloud, or we are using the Microsoft and the Amazon clouds, but all the parts that are served from the clouds, which can be major attacks, but they are not concerned about this because they are trying to attack, again, a mirror that is not the actual thing. So you can attack the mirror as much as you want. You can take the mirror and launch a massive attack, but eventually it will not touch the business logic of the company, which is what we need to defend.
That's great. Can you talk a little bit about how you're differentiating against both legacy competitors in this area as well as the startups?
Yeah, so if you look at website security, I think we are at currently the verge of the end of the first generation of website security. It started with companies like Imperva and F5 that built on-premise web application firewalls that did a good job, but became big monsters which are highly complicated and complex for the customers to operate. And that provides high level of security, but the manageability of that is extremely problematic. On the low end of the market, you have solutions like your company, like Cloudflare that I think NEA invested in them, which provide what is called in security the signature-based or blacklist-based solution, which is very simplistic. It's like the antivirus. You look for signatures of known attacks. I think Eran mentioned earlier the ease of manipulation of a known attack. And eventually, you're trying to look for known signatures and stop the known signature. Those players like Cloudflare came in the low end of the market, provided free solution to the moms and pop shops, to the SMBs. And that's the other extreme of the market. So we see ourselves in the middle. We provide the security level that the on-premise solution provide, but the simplicity is 2 orders of magnitude different. So if that takes weeks and months to deploy, we will take hours and days to deploy. If the number of rules that you'll have to put on a typical web application firewall will be thousands of rules in a regular installation, we will have tens of rules. So that's the difference, and we see it as the second generation of this technology that allows customers to have sensible cost and effort on web application and on denial of service solutions.
That's cool. And can you talk a little bit about how you're pricing with your customers today?
Yeah, so basically it's a recurring model. It's a cloud service, so the customers are gaining the cloud service. They're getting the speed of the cloud. They're getting the speed of the application. A typical installation of ours will improve the performance of our website by between 30 to 100%. And what we price the traffic, we price the size of the website, because our crawlers are crawling on the original website to build the replica, and the number of domains. So if the low end of the market costs tens of dollars or hundreds of dollars per month, we will be an order of magnitude probably higher.
Got it. So we've got about a minute. Any questions in the audience? So final question, maybe you can talk a little bit about your funding state and sort of what you're thinking about that.
So we were funded by 2 Israeli venture VCs, and that was the A round of the company. And we already had income from customers. And we will be looking next year for a B round. So I started to meet here some VCs, but we are well funded until through 2015.